To be honest, I find myself using stock most of the time since switching to Ableton. Their stock selection is unmatched in my opinion. Yeah, no, I agree for sure. I feel like I learned like a new layer, you know, after making a fully dedicated stock beat. Hey bro, love your content. I'm starting to get back in production after a year or so and I'm finding it tricky to get back to speed. Do you have any advice? If you've got a laptop, just bring it with you everywhere. A really big part of it is just kind of training your brain to do the work even when you don't feel like it. If you can train yourself to just sit down, that's literally the hardest part. Make these like little 20-minute intervals in your day and just say, all right, when I get here, I'm going to pull out my laptop, I'm going to make a loop. Or in the morning, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to make a loop. Premeditating the idea of sitting down to do the work prepares your brain for doing that. It trains your brain to be okay with doing that when it feels like a chore, and it makes it a lot easier to do that more consistently. I guess it's just like momentum. If you're just used to doing that by default, kind of planning your day around where can I fit like these little intervals in, you'll have a really high output. And even if you don't finish the things, you'll learn so much and you'll improve so much if you're just constantly trying to do better. Just gonna cut it into these sections and we're gonna reverse it. When you record, are you choosing your favorite beat that day for a video, or do you cut up multiple beats / sections? If you're doing a big live stream, I'd recommend maybe just like cut it up into sections. If you have say 3 of the same beats, maybe just post one of them, hold on to the other 2 videos. The next time you post, like post something different and then like start bringing in those other ones, just so it staggers it and it makes it a bit more interesting for the people watching your videos. Just keep pushing, you'll work it out yourself. You got to work out what works for your schedule and do the best that you can right now. Making beats versus making a song there's a bit of a difference there. If you're sending out beats and you're worried about like what volume you should send them to artists, I don't think it really matters. Sometimes I send out beats that are like -6 dB. Sometimes I send out beats and they're sitting at like 0. However the master sounds, whatever you've bounced, is how it's going to sound. The artist or the mix engineer of that song that they're making will either just turn the beat up or down wherever it needs to sit in that whole overall mix. If you're just making beats, like don't worry about that stuff. So this person's commented on a couple of my videos. Got to be some colorization from a plugin like OGT or multiband processor in the background that's affecting the sound of the clip. I can't recreate the standard clip sound on the spins or the Zay in the same way as your videos. I promise you, it's like there's no other processing. The only processing that I do is soft clipper on the master bus. I group like my whole melody together and then I just like cut out the low end. Everything else is just literally volume. If you go and watch my video, it's called How to Mix Your Beats Perfect 100% of the Time. And there's a little like cheat sheet in there. I guarantee that will fix your problem. I struggled with this for a long time, like a lot of years. I just realized how important volume is. If you mix your beats to like a certain volume, they'll just like hit so hard and you don't actually need to use like plugins or any like other processing on them. So that's it for the video. Once again, you can cop this project file on my Patreon. Be sure to sub to me if you're not already subbed. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment, leave a like. See you in the next video.